the first decades of the 20th century, one of the most popular genres of American music came from the islands of Hawaii. Hawaiian ensembles toured across the country and around the world, all featuring a unique instrument, the steel guitar. Its soaring sound would become central to a dazzling range of styles.
But I'm going away now, honey. Yeah, I ain't never coming back no more. Why can't I free her down for mine and melt your cold,
steel guitar and first explored its haunting tones.
My name's Elizabeth Kawanikini Archambault, and my great uncle is Joseph Kikuku, the inventor of the Hawaiian steel guitar. When Joseph was 11 years old, he happened to be walking down a railroad track with his guitar, and he picked up a metal bolt, and he made his way down the tracks, and at some point the bolt hit the strings of the guitar, and it made this sound that caught his ear.
Following his accidental discovery, Joseph Kikuku spent hours in the metal shop, a Kamehameha school, perfecting a slide. Adding steel strings to his guitar and raising them from the fretboard, he created an instrument that would travel the world.
He was only 11 years old, and that is pretty young to be so devoted to creating something new that didn't exist. So when I hear the steel, it brings back memories of my uncle. He works to perfect that sound. Then he taught it at Kamehameha schools, and all the students there were taking the lessons, and then they went home to their separate islands, and they taught it to those that were on the island, so it really spread fast.
He mastered the Hawaiian steel guitar for 7 years, and he taught his cousin Sam Nainoa how to play the steel guitar.
On a rare self-issued recording, Sam Nainoa explains the origins of the steel guitar.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Sam K. Nainoa speaking, a real native. Since the origination of the Hawaiian guitar by my cousin Joseph Kikuku of Laie, Oahu, no one has ever come forward to explain the intricate working of this unique instrument. Here is the catch with the Hawaiian guitar. You have only one finger to reach out for your notes, which is the steel bar held in the palm of the left hand. I will now offer for your approval a medley of Hawaiian selections.
1904, Joseph Kikuku traveled to the mainland seeking a new audience. He teamed up with the hula dancer Toots Paka to form one of the most popular acts on the touring vaudeville circuit.
He felt so inspired because he had a mission. So he took the mainland, he took the world. He never came back home. He was so dedicated to the Hawaiian guitar, he stayed in the mainland.
No World's Fair in history was so beautiful as this one at night. Tens of thousands of jewels reflected all colors of the rainbow from the famous tower, while the great fan-shaped rays from the scintillator thrilled every spectator.
In 1915, Kikuku and other island musicians performed in the Hawaiian Pavilion at the San Francisco World's Fair, which attracted over 17 million visitors. By the following year, Americans were buying more recordings of Hawaiian music than of any other genre. Kikuku formed his own group and toured from coast to coast. Meanwhile, his invention had spread far beyond Hawaiian music. Country bands adapted it to play fiddle tunes, and black Southerners made it one of the most distinctive sounds in blues.
And then it just took off and went all over the world, not just in Hawaii, the mainland, and Europe, and everywhere.
In 1919, Kikuku traveled to London with a popular Hawaiian musical revue, The Bird of Paradise. A worldwide smash, the show played to kings and queens and inspired the international craze for Hawaiian music.
They were in such demand. I mean, just like you think about Elvis Presley, they were more than that in a sense.
In the 20s and 30s, all the way up to the 40s, Hawaiian music was really kind of the rage. It's an area that's kind of cut off to itself. It has its own weather, its energy, its moisture, its pace, you know, its mixture. It's a totally different thing.
They were just so in love with Hawaii and these men who played that steel guitar. You know, it's a way to visualize beach, the sun, the beautiful paradise. And people in the mainland who have snow and cold and tornado and all that, you know, it took them away from all that type of natural disaster. So they could live like, oh, wow, they're in paradise, they're in Hawaii.
Kikuku returned to America in 1927 to discover a new wave of Hawaiian groups being recorded across the country, including Saul K. Bright, Nell Stone's Hawaiians, and Kalama's Quartet. Joseph Kikuku's only known recordings were as a virtually inaudible presence on some wax cylinders by the Paka Group. Until now. At a luau celebrating the unveiling of his statue in Laie, we play a newly discovered record he made in London in 1925. His family is hearing it for the first time.
to hear my great uncle actually recorded his moves and his sounds. It was really great to hear for the first time.
It wasn't for him, we might not have steel guitar. I feel proud that I'm passing on this history about steel guitar. So our kids, they build their own. They're making their own steel guitar. They say, hey, Uncle, check this one out. Oh, this is a core steel guitar. Wow, we made it. I did, you know. So we're passing on that, like I said, for Uncle Joe, you know, passing the history of steel guitar.
And it hit his guitar and he made a sound. The bolt made a sliding sound.
What does it sound like?
It sounds like that.